Hello everyone, it's Charles Harper. I want to tell you about a program I'm very excited about for 2013 for your consulting business, as well as the legion of small business owners that need your help in order to get the word out about how awesome they are as a business. Now, you know as well as I know now that it's important today for you to be able to establish yourself and establish your credibility as an expert by being an author and by having a book of your own with your philosophy on how to market a business or how you can help a small business. And sometimes it's a little tricky because for you to take private label rights content and to stick it on Amazon, well, those things don't work as well as they used to. And, well, the fact of the matter is business owners are reading that content sometimes and sometimes seeing some of the same content between marketers. And that's not good. That's not good for your personal, and that's not good for your professional reputation. Well, the other thing, and the other extreme, is that you can have a book written for you. And I know that I've written books for several marketers, and sometimes that can be cost prohibitive. Sometimes that's not necessarily the route that everyone can go, and they may not necessarily be at that point then for their consulting business. So what I've done for 2013 is put together a very special project for you to be able to establish your credibility and for you to be able to get your marketing, your book onto the mobile phone, into the Kindle, and into a book form. And so I want to help you to be able to do that with a project that I'm calling the Independent Business Marketing Bible. And for every volume, I'm going to have 12 of the top marketers from around the world talking about their philosophy in one chapter of the book. Now, what's going to come with that, and what you're also going to be able to do, is you're going to be able to leverage that in an interview in an established Blog Talk Radio channel, which is mine. I'll be interviewing you to talk to you about how to help small businesses. So not only will they be able to read about how awesome you are, but also be able to hear your voice, also be able to relate to what it is that you bring to the table as a consultant. Very powerful. And we're also going to take that same book, the entire book, and I'm going to be literally narrating that book onto an audiobook version on audible.com. It's one thing to be able to have one chapter in a book that you know business owners may or may not necessarily have time to read, but they probably will have time to listen to one chapter in a book on audible.com that you'll be able to get to them. Now imagine what it would be like for you to be able to order several hundred copies of your own book and to be able to bring them with you or to take them with you either to seminars, to be able to take them with you when you go see a client. Well, that's part of this process because you'll be able to order a book at the author rate. You won't have to go to Amazon.com and to pay for it. You'll be able to order at the Create Space rate, and you'll be able to have these books depending on the length of the volume. Could be between $1 or $3, but it's going to be minor because you'll be able to get those books in your hands at a reasonable price, tangibly. You'll be able to order them at cost, and then you'll be able to hand them to the business owner. It's really a self-contained process. Now, I'll be writing all the chapters, and as you know, I've been writing for marketers, I've been writing for consultants for over 3 years now, and basically, I'll be making sure that each consultant is featured in a very positive as well as professional and unique light. I'll be bringing out the unique philosophy that you bring to the table that you'll be able to literally speak to a small business owner and let them know what it is that you will be able to do for them and what they'll be benefiting from in terms of having you as a consultant. So it is the ultimate marketing and PR package. Now, you'll see right down here, you'll notice there's not a lot of fancy graphics. There's not a lot of scarcity tactics. There's not a lot of headlines in there to really drive this home because I really only want to work with those people who understand the benefit of being an author, who understand the benefit of what they're going to be able to do as an author. The price, of course, you'll see it right down there at the bottom for your one chapter, the interview, the audio book, and the added benefit, you'll also be able to add to the back of the book your own sales letter with your own call to action, giving people the connection between what they're reading in the chapter, what they're hearing in audio, what they heard in your interview, and how they can get started with you. Again, it is the ultimate beginning to end, drive them to you based on the heart that you bring to the table as a marketer. So again, you'll be able to do this by participating in this project. All you've got to do is hit the buy button to get started in the next volume that will be starting. So get started today, because again, each month that goes by, what you'll find is that other authors are already entering into the market, and other consultants are already establishing themselves as authors. Again, if you cold call, this is great because you're going to be able to walk in as a cold caller with your book. If your style is a little more attraction oriented, you'll be able to then guide them to Amazon.com or Audible.com to get your book. So again, today's the day to get started with this process. I'm looking forward to working with you. Thanks, and I look forward to hearing from you. Get started today in the Independent Business Marketing Study Bible. Become an author and establish your credibility on Amazon, in print, in audio, and on the radio.